Hi, this is the CAD/CAM Lessons channel. In this video, using this simple example, I will show you the basic 3D modeling operations in FreeCAD. FreeCAD is a fully free 3D modeling program that anyone can use without limitations. To start using FreeCAD, you just need to download and install the program, and you can immediately start creating your own 3D models. You don't have to register anywhere, simply download, install, and you can start creating your own 3D models. It is one of the fastest ways to start 3D modeling in technical 3D CAD systems. Before we start, just a quick note, you'll find links to my FreeCAD courses in the description. It's also a great way to support the channel. Now, I will show you how to make this part in FreeCAD. It is a simple part, but on this simple part, I will show you the two most important operations for creating 3D models. I will start a new project. We usually create 3D models in FreeCAD by creating a flat 2D sketch, and based on that sketch, we build a 3D solid. We do this in the Part Design module. To start a new project in this module, click the Parametric Part button. Next, we start by creating a sketch. Click the Create Sketch button, and here we select the plane on which we will create the sketch. Let's choose the XY plane. It is one of the basic planes of the coordinate system. We click on this plane, and here we will start by creating a rectangle. Select the Center Rectangle command to create the rectangle in such a way that the center of the rectangle lies at the origin of the coordinate system. We select this command, and here let's also check the Rounded Corners option so that this rectangle has rounded corners right away. Now, to place the center of the rectangle at the origin of the coordinate system, that is the point where the axes of the coordinate system intersect, we hover the cursor over this point. A constraint symbol similar to an X appears next to the cursor. This symbol indicates that if we click in this spot, the center of the rectangle will be constrained to the origin of the coordinate system. Next, while drawing the rectangle, we specify the dimensions of this rectangle. Here we enter 50 and press Enter, and here we enter 30 and press Enter. As for the corner radius, we enter 10 and press Enter. So now, the rectangle drawing command is active. We can draw more rectangles, but we can also select another command. We select the circle drawing command, and we will draw two circles with a diameter of 5 mm in such a way that the centers of these circles lie on the x-axis. To do this, we hover over the x-axis. The x-axis is highlighted, and a constraint symbol appears next to the cursor. It is also a coincidence constraint symbol. In this case, the point will be constrained to the line. We click the left mouse button, enter 5 mm as the circle diameter, and press Enter. Then we draw a second circle on the other side of the y-axis. We hover over the x-axis and enter 5 mm as the diameter. We click the right mouse button to cancel the active command. Now look, these circles are constrained to the x-axis, but we can change the position of these circles along the x-axis. The position of these circles is not strictly defined yet, whereas regarding the position of the rectangle, the position of that geometry is already fully defined and fully described, and we cannot freely change the shape and position of that geometry. First, let's do this. Select the center points of these circles. Then click on the y-axis, and we will place these circles symmetrically relative to the y-axis. Once we have the circle centers selected and the y-axis selected, we choose the symmetry constraint. Now these circles lie symmetrically relative to the y-axis. Next, we will specify the distance between the centers of these circles. Select the circle centers, choose the dimensioning command, and enter 30 mm as the distance between the center points of the circles. We click the right mouse button to cancel the dimensioning command. Now the sketch is green, the sketch is fully constrained. When creating 2D geometry based on which we create a 3D model, we aim for this geometry to be fully defined. This applies not only in FreeCAD but also in other parametric 3D CAD systems. The point here is for the geometry to be fully described so that we cannot freely change its shape and position. Firstly, so we don't accidentally damage such geometry, and secondly, so we have the ability to easily introduce changes. FreeCAD is a parametric 3D CAD system, and here we work on features and parameters. At any stage of 3D modeling, we can go back to a previous operation and change selected parameters. If the whole geometry, the whole model is described by parameters, in this case the parameters are dimensions, then later, if we need to make changes, we just need to change the selected parameter. I will show you this in a moment, but now I will show you how to create a 3D model based on this sketch. We close the sketch. The most basic operation for creating 3D solids in 3D CAD systems is the operation that allows creating a solid by extruding a sketch. In FreeCAD, this is the pad operation. Select this operation and you can already see in the preview that a solid has been created based on this sketch. It was created by extruding this sketch by 10 millimeters. Here we can change the extrusion value. We enter 10 millimeters here, press enter, and in this way we created a solid by extruding the sketch to a height of 10 millimeters. Now we will create the next stage of this 3D model. We will create another sketch. Regarding creating sketches, besides creating them on the basic coordinate system planes, we can also create sketches on the faces of the solid. We will create a sketch on this face, select this face and choose the Create Sketch command. Now this face is the sketch plane. Here we will create a circle. Select Draw Circle and place the center of the circle at this point. Enter 15 millimeters as the circle diameter and press enter. Then we close the sketch, and based on this sketch we will remove material from the solid. Select the pocket operation. This is another basic operation for creating 3D solids in 3D CAD systems. This operation allows removing material based on a sketch. Here we specify the depth of this pocket. However, in this case, I would like the pocket to be made through the entire solid. Therefore, I will use one of the pocket types. I select the Through All type to create a pocket through the whole solid. Click OK, and that gives us something like this. Now we will add chamfers to selected edges. With the Control key, select these two edges and choose the chamfer operation. Here we specify the chamfer dimension. Enter, for example, 5 millimeters here, and click OK. Regarding these edges, we will add fillets here. Regarding chamfering and filleting operations, these operations work similarly. We simply indicate the edges we want to chamfer or fillet and select the fillet or chamfer operation. Here, select the fillet and specify the radius value, for example 3 millimeters. Click OK, and in this way, we created such a solid. If you wanted to share such a solid with someone, or prepare a program for a 3D printer based on this solid, you can export this model to STEP format, which is a universal data exchange format between CAD/CAM systems. So if you want to open this model in software other than FreeCAD, if you save this model in STEP format, you will be able to do so. To export such a model to STEP format, we select what we want to export. In FreeCAD, we can select the last operation, or we can select the body element. And then from the File menu, we select Export. Then we enter the file name, select the STEP format, and click Save. Here, let's make sure we are exporting in the correct units. Click OK, and we have the model exported in STEP format. Now we can open this model in another CAD/CAM system, or we can, for example, open this model in a slicer and prepare a 3D print based on it. So, as you can see, 3D modeling in FreeCAD is quite easy. If we design simple parts with regular shapes, FreeCAD really gets the job done. Okay, we have this model. Now, if, for example, you wanted to change something, we can go back to the previous operation and introduce changes. If you wanted to change something in the sketch based on which this solid was created, expand the operation based on which we added the extrusion. Inside this operation is the sketch. To edit the sketch, double-click the left mouse button. And now we can make changes. To change a dimension, double-click the left mouse button and enter a new value. We close the sketch, and the changes are applied to the model. So if you make a model and later it turns out that changes need to be made, we can do it by editing selected parameters without having to build the entire model from scratch. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel.